Good morning, everybody. Today is March 11th, 2022, and it is Friday. It's about 27, 28 degrees out this morning. Looks like our park friends came through and took down the street. It's all cleared out, which is awesome. So, yep, that's good to see. Anyway, beautiful day today. Barely a cloud in sight, even though it's a little chilly. But looking forward to a good weekend. You know, I watched that movie, gosh, what was it, last month? It came out years ago, called Remember Me. And it really was a good movie. There was a quote that they used in it, and that was by Gandhi. I decided to look it up the other day in its full length because they really shortened what he was saying, because it's pretty awesome. It goes like this: whatever you do in life will be insignificant, but it's very important that you do it, because you can't know. You can't ever really know the meaning of your life, and you don't need to. Every life has a meaning, whether it lasts 100 years or 100 seconds. Every life and every death changes the world in its own way. You can't know, so don't take it for granted, but don't take it too seriously. Don't postpone what you want. Don't leave anything misunderstood. Make sure the people you know, or make sure the people you care about know. Make sure they know you really feel and how you feel. Because just like that, it could end. Life is interesting like that, isn't it? You know, sometimes life can be pretty short. And even if it's long, sometimes it can seem short. I know for years I used to live like day to day, basically. I mean, I didn't realize I did, but I did. But little events happen from time to time that remind you not to take it for granted, because you don't really know how long it would last. I remember years ago, I went to work one morning and I got a call from a doctor. I had not been feeling well, went to a doctor a few times to get checked out. They couldn't figure out what was wrong. And got a call, I think it was 9 o'clock in the morning. I had just arrived at work. I guess it was maybe 11 years ago now, about this point. And they said, "Brian, hey, where are you at?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just got into work." "All right, well, we need you to come and go directly to the ER." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Well, you know, I gotta pick up my kids. Just got into work." They're like, "No, you don't understand. You need to go right now." And I'm like, "Okay." They said, "Yeah, don't go anywhere else. Come directly in. Get somebody to take care of all that stuff for you. It's important you come right in." So I came in, and I had an infection in me that was spreading and wasn't good, and they had to do an emergency operation on me. I ended up spending the next 11 days in the hospital. They gutted me open like a fish. I think I ended up with 32 staples in my abdomen pulling me back together. If you ever had any type of surgery like that, you know, the next, gosh, couple weeks, it's almost like you're learning to re-walk again. Everything's thrown off. I guess it took me about 6 months to really recover, but that definitely was a changing point in my life. You know, I decided to start doing the things I always really wanted to do. I went back, finally finished my degree. Ended up working toward a master's after that. and eventually a doctorate, which I ultimately decided not to finish. No, I don't know, maybe I will go back someday. And changed my career. Started traveling to places I had only thought about going to. And started seeing lots of people that I had always put off. And I made sure that I said the things that were important to the people that I knew and that I cared about. And it really makes a big difference. You know, I think there was a song years ago that came out. It was a country song, and I forget the exact lyrics on it, but it basically said, you know, one of the best things that ever happened to them is that they nearly died, and that you should learn to live like you were dying. Now, I don't know if I would get that far. I mean, you know, because as I always say, it's always about that balance. You always want to make sure that you don't postpone everything too much. Of course, on the other hand, don't just live for the day. You also want to plan. I think it's important to have short-term goals and long-term goals. But anyway, so really uplifting little talk there on Friday, I guess. But anyway, it's definitely changed my life, and I look at it as a positive. I think that it really is the key to everything, isn't it? If you come across the good, the bad, the ugly, always look at it as a positive, because somehow it's going to be a positive, right? I don't know if I've ever had anything truly negative that in the end did have some type of positive outcome. So anyway, we do have a video coming out tomorrow that finishes up hiking through Frick's Run, and there's a 2-part series coming out after that on off the trail hiking over in Peace Valley. That'll be coming out after that, which I'm really looking forward to. Lots of other videos in the works, and as I mentioned before, we have that trip coming up in a few weeks as well too, which definitely gonna hopefully get a lot of videos out of that, I'm hoping. And obviously, even more important, more experiences out of that. So anyway, if you do like these videos, if you could click like and subscribe if you haven't already, I really would appreciate that. Looking forward to seeing you come back in a future video. And until then, get out there, make your own great outdoor adventures, and take care.